getting toasty out. I think we may as well fire up the six-wheeler. We got about 8 degrees. Have to put some shrimps on the bobby later. I did throw the battery charger on the six-wheeler a couple hours ago. I don't know. Let's see if it'll start. It started a few weeks ago. No, maybe it's been a month. Life happens. What a treat. Come on, old girl. You warm? Oh, yeah. Oh, she says no. No way. Oh, take two. Give her the old super boost. Oh, yeah. This thing doesn't light on fire. Come on, girl. It's only 8 degrees. Take three. You guys ever burn out your starter when it's cold? Maybe she just wants to shut on. Wiggle her around. Get the fuels a-flowing. Take three. 4, 5. Takes what it takes, what it takes. Come on, you Amazon piece of thing. Don't buy one of these crap chargers. They don't reset. Unplug it. Plug it back in. How do you think the battery feels? Come on. We're gonna go. That's it. Started at -6 a month and a half ago. Something stuck. Oh, I should probably put it in neutral. Maybe not. Doesn't have to be neutral to start. Do you guys have a machine that starts when it's 8 degrees? Fahrenheit, freedom units? And honestly, it always fires up. That's what they always say. Bet the snowmobile starts. We'll do that next. We're gonna let this charge for another 3 days because this thing sucks. You'll see if the snowmobile won't start. Another real fine piece of Polaris equipment here. The 97 Polaris. Indeed. First pull. What a treat. Now it's about to not be a treat. What the heck are you guys doing out here? Are you warm? Ugh. It is warm. It's only 10 degrees. Anyway, I'm making this video for, I think, my second subscriber. Third? I don't know. Gentleman down in Texas who asked about firewood and staying warm up here. How much snow do you, or how much snow do we get? But how much wood do I burn in my small cabin? So I thought I'd start out here with a pretty background. Now, this is actually where I got all my firewood. I'm pretty fortunate to live across the street from a lot of state land, and most of this has been thinned out. I won't get into exactly why it was done, but we'll just say one primary reason was a fire break to stop the area that I and a few other people live in across the way. But lucky for me, they used feller bunchers that basically limbed all the trees, left them all in piles, and all I had to do was come out here. My friend and I came out and bucked everything up. I cut everything, he loaded everything, and I think we had a total of 8 days in, 2 Polaris 6-wheelers and 1 big moose wagon, and we both got somewhere around 8 to 10 cords. If you think about it, a cord of wood can vary between, we'll just say $300 to $400 a cord. If I have 9 cords, we'll call high end $400, $3,600 total if you want it split and delivered. Generally, that's unloaded on your property. Sometimes they stack it for you. Anyway, for us to come out here, get that amount of wood, and get it to my property, get it split, get it stacked, get it put in my stove, it's a lot of work. But funny thing, the 6-wheeler I bought, $3,100, $3,150, and I put about $500 in labor and parts into it. So let's just say $3,600. So in one season, that 6-wheeler paid for itself as far as me getting enough firewood to stay warm. Well, hopefully. We'll get to that in a second. I'm cutting it close as far as how much firewood I have goes. Not super concerned, a little bit concerned, but middle of January up here, been a really mild winter. We had negative 30 to 60, I think in total, no more than 10 days. It was negative 20 for maybe 2 weeks, but on and off, and it got back up to, I think, the teens a few times. So it's like it gets real cold, gets really clear and pretty, really cold though because the clouds aren't holding the heat in, and then you'll get a warm up. And when it warms up, it's quite toasty because your body starts to get used to how cold it is. And I'll talk about some of the things as far as chilliness goes. It's really hard on your car to start when it's, you know, anywhere below, I mean really negative 10 and below is hard on a car, but even having it winterized, heating pads on the engine, heating pads on the battery, the block heater, plug it in all night, costs a lot of electricity. it's still hard to start. It's still a lot on the truck. Best thing about it is when it's negative 30 and below, your tires actually harden to the shape they were stopped in. You get a little balloon at the bottom. So the first couple miles of driving, it's like driving on cinder blocks because your tire is not very flexible yet. Besides that, it's just cold, things break, everything's slower, it takes longer to do everything. You know, if you're trying to go somewhere, you gotta have your car plugged in, which gets expensive. I put mine on a timer so I can wake up, fire it up a half an hour before I leave to go to work. If it's not plugged in and the timer is a different time and you have an emergency, you're trying to start your car when it's that cold. Will it start? Probably, but it's really, really hard on them. I do have a battery jump box, battery charger, but needless to say, if you're in an emergency and you need to get somewhere, it can be questionable. You really need to build a garage. I don't know how anyone lives in interior Alaska without a heated garage. It's just hard on everything, and trying to get anything done, you can't. I don't care how tough you are. I thought I could work in negative 20. I thought I could work, holding metal tools and work on my truck. You can't. Even the hydraulic jacks won't work. You need a friend with a shop. Luckily, I have a few friends in town with shops and a lift, and so my best friend here, him and his family have a lift, and that's been super fortunate to have them as friends. But yeah, cordwood, it's a lot of work, but is it worth it? If you have more time than money, like me, I don't have a lot of money, but I got a good amount of time, I was able to get all my cordwood. The more you have, like they say, money in the bank. If you got wood left over from this winter, you got a head start for next winter. Anyway, yeah, it's a really pretty spot. I'm not going to tell you where it is. Anyone who lives around here who may see this will know where it is, but I can't give any secrets away. Funny thing is, all the wood that was here, hundreds and hundreds of cords, no one's really gotten after it. It's very well hidden from this path here, this trail, and the way the feller buncher ran out here basically left a bunch of stubs in the ground everywhere. So as far as getting a flat tire, there's a good chance you're going to get one. We made it through no problem, but I got my truck back here a few times and realized it was going to cost me. I almost lost the brake line once, had a big stick wedged underneath the rear leaf spring. Anyway, no big deal. This is less than a mile from my house, so super fortunate for me. But yeah, I'm gonna end now, but we're gonna get back to the cabin and I'll talk to you about the amount of wood I have, the type of insulation I have, and how I mostly stayed warm this winter. That's how you do that. Oh, shit. Okay, back to the cabin. Do you guys think the Polaris will start yet? Me neither. Anyway, I used to have that much wood in the front. Actually all the skids were full except the blue one. And I am down to not enough. That's how much I have. I have not enough. That's the amount of wood that's left. Maybe. I think we have 2 cords there. 4x4 by maybe, well, a cord is 4x4 by 8. A little bit taller. We'll call it 2 cords. And I have a backup supply. Sorry about the microphone, guys. I ordered a Bluetooth mic. If you can hear my feet crunching, well, that's cool. This used to be 3 cords, and I think, I don't know, maybe there's 2.5 now. I had a friend staying at the house who had a broken foot, so I didn't tell her, but she knew. Just grab the wood closest to the house so she didn't have to go over there. Anyway, that is what's left. Maybe 2 and 2. We'll call it 4 cords. I think I have plenty. Middle of January, it'll be cold for another 2 months. Worst case. But I want to talk about the other heating source. A lot of people in the lower 48 may not know. Someone keeps peeing off my porch. in the middle of the night. I don't know who it is, but anyway. Second heating source. This is called heating oil, and that's the tank. That's the stand. And then the propane tank is behind there with no insulation. That's not right. Got to fix that next year. Anyway, 108 gallons or so was filled. It kicks on when the house goes below a certain temperature. So like any thermostat or any heating source that you may have, it does a similar process. It's just runoff heating oil as opposed to a boiler or electric furnace. So whenever that goes below 66, it kicks on till 70. And basically that turns on usually sometime in the morning if I don't get up to the wood stove fast enough. My house is insulated. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. And this house had no insulation when I moved in. I did a good job, but as negative 50 and 60 hits, you start to feel the drafts. Like there's a problem near that door. There's a problem around one of the new windows, two of the new windows. This will develop a layer of frost. That's my temperature gauge. Anyway, hi Birdie. When it is negative 30 to 60, this thing starts chain smoking cordwood. In order to keep the house warm enough so that the monitor is not running the whole time, you have to burn it kind of quick. This is a homemade stove, which is amazing, and it was given to me by one of my best friends in town. Their family has been awesome to me, and I won't name their name, but this was a gift, and this is an amazing gift. It does great. It's a little bit hard to adjust the different air intakes on it. It's like a carburetor. There's air there, food there. I can see why people buy the Blaze Kings, and those are, $3,500 to $5,500. They have a baffle and an afterburn, super efficient. So they probably burn half the amount of wood as I do to keep the house at the same temperature. But again, I don't have a lot of money, so work a little bit harder getting more wood, and that's that. So it's relatively toasty. Well, it's always toasty. Are you toasty? What are you stunned? You're sleeping, baby. You're just a baby. Anyway, we keep it pretty toasty in here. 66 is fine. Usually it's 70 or so. Anyway, let's go see if that hunk out there will fire up. Take 10.